All right, this is a druidic, draconic reading of the current moon energies. It is the 1st of May, 2024. It is Beltane. This reading is only on my Patreon. And I invite those who, join in on Patreon and are, you must be interested in this enough that you joined. So, I'm making this. I hate the word exclusive. That's not what I mean. It's not what I want to mean. I want to say I'm moving these types of readings onto Patreon because I'm specifically aiming for those who are very tied to the increase of human consciousness on Gaia as we move toward that raised consciousness. More and more of us are being called to work with not just the light energies, but the energies of the dark, the shadow. And when we're working with moon energies, specifically this reading, then we are, we're pulling energy out of the shadows, bringing it into the light. We're using reflected light. We're really working in that energy, and the more of us doing that, the better. So I invite you to follow along. Hopefully this is a better camera angle than I've used before. The invitation is to follow along, to begin practicing yourself. I mean, if you've come this far, practice this yourself. Okay, the more of us engaging in practices like this, and you don't have to do it exactly like I do. This is just so you can see what I'm doing, and then eventually, hopefully, I will be doing some of these maybe live, and maybe a group of us will do our own all at the same time, and it would be interesting to see what different energies come through, what overlapping energies come through, what readings from different regions and locations can show us. This is a whole thing. So if you're here and you're tuning into this, that's fine if you just want to tune in, but the invitation is there to begin to practice yourself these energy readings, and to work with the energies personally. So, all right. So with that, the candles are lit. I want to point out we have the moon in Aquarius right now, and that's really important, as we have that Aquarian energy is not, it is partly community, and it gets talked, I think, a lot about that these days in terms of consciousness, the age of Aquarius, and community coming together and solving problems in new ways, these types of things. But we need to also remember that the Aquarius energy is air energy. It's swords energy. It's energy of the thoughts, the mind. So I think that's really important right now, is what are we seeing, and how are we out in the world, and how are we thinking about that? How are we perceiving it, and then processing the information that's coming to us about things happening in the world, and what are we doing with that going forward, right? So the Aquarius energy is sensitive to that information coming in, right? It's sensitive. So that's important. As always, for me, the tail of the moon is always sitting in Cancer. Okay? the emphasis of the energy right now as the moon is waning. Okay, we've just passed the last quarter phase. There's an emphasis here in earth energy, in the expending of our energies, right? The moon waning is us expending our energies. What are we spending our energies on? Yeah, we're gonna get down to where we've used it all up, and then we process and we recover, and we dump some things and pick up other things and repick up other things, and then we again move through the cycle. So that's where we're at right now. A lot of well, just a balance between mind and body here is sort of being implied by this alignment. So I think that's important. Also, then pointing between the Libra energy and the Scorpio energy, which is not a place you want to get caught in. Libra knows what's right and wrong, and Scorpio's ready to take action about it. So is not going to be shy or bashful. So yeah, that's where we're at in terms of the energies overall. Again, we have life, we have death energy, we have rebirth energy. The death energy is sitting between Aquarius and Pisces. So there's a lot of fluidity here, a lot of fluidity right there in terms, well, some fixedness in the air. Like, I see it, I'm not, you can't tell me I didn't see what I saw. And the Pisces energy is very fluid. Fine with being in a container, but very fluid. So that's something to take interest in. And then the rebirth energy between Gemini and Cancer. It's just that's a very powerful position for the rebirth energy to be sitting. So at this moment, we have this sense of give and take, of no one thing having all the information, Gemini energy, but then a coming together, a feelingness, a very deep connection and sensitivity in that Cancer energy, which everyone talks about the Cancer shell and all that, but the sensitivity is coming out, I think, right now. That's what's coming in right now. It's that sensitivity, that potential for rawness. But with the Cancerian energy, then also, that what am I letting in? Maybe I don't let that in, but I let this in. All right, so next we're going to pull some witch runes and place these in the energies. I have to tell you, I lost track of, not lost track, but I was going to do this on Monday for Moon Day, and I didn't. I was really tired, just had no energy left, and the spirit was like, go to sleep, just fall in bed and go to sleep. And I literally did. I just fell in bed and just went right to sleep, and needed it. And then, Tuesday happened. I was like, and other energies were coming through, and then kind of was like, well, maybe I'll just skip it for this week. And then I had been thinking about Beltane, but I hadn't connected the two, and Spirit's like, well, of course you were waiting for Beltane. I mean, what else were you doing? You knew that. And I'm like, did I? I guess I did. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew that. All right. So we're going to pull probably 3 runes, but sometimes we get more. Okay, that's what's coming. All right. So, on top, have the feminine energy coming out. And this is going to be in the place of the life energy, earth energy. I have this feeling of like there's nothing to say about it. I have this feeling of like that just speaks for itself. That just speaks for itself. There's life. There's life here on this planet, and this planet wants us and is happy to have us. Like we need to realize how much love is being reflected at humanity by this planet, given all the crap that we do to it, all the crap that we do to Mother Earth. Guy is just freaking smiling on us all the time. That's what's coming through. So like soak that in, because there's this other, like the opposite of that is what we get so much of the time, right? It's all negativity about what we haven't done or what we've done wrong. And it's not that there aren't things that got to be fixed, but that doesn't give us the love and the gumption to go do something about it. Like this is the love and the gumption to go do something about it, just out of pure love, out of truly valuing what needs to be valued. And I guess if it needs to be valued, that means we're not valuing it enough. So again, if you've been following along at all, I talk sometimes, and lately I've been talking about when I'm out and about, Spirit just highlights to me how untaken care of many of our spaces are. And nature doesn't look at us and go, oh, city's not nature, better stay out. That's not how that works. Human beings are part of nature. Human beings have evolved to build cities. At least some of us have. It's no different than ants making an ant colony. Ants build ant colonies. Human beings build cities. Cities are part of the natural environment in a way. Okay, in that same way, it's just so much bigger that we think it's something different. And there's also this sort of branch of human thinking that's like we want it to be something different. We want it to be different. It's this perverse Libra energy, right? This wrong Libra energy that's like human beings are over it all, therefore we're separate from it all. And no, cut that right out. That's all coming through there. Okay. Second time this rune, both of these runes came up in my reading earlier. I'm curious what the third one will be. I have not looked yet. Different order, but actually no, I'm sorry. We had the masculine energy came out earlier, so we're getting the feminine energy here. Very interesting because it was an Odin reading earlier, and here we have the feminine energy. So yeah, very interesting. In any case, so we have the rings, bondedness, coming together. It's in the death energy though. And so there may be a real sense right now of certain relationships going, of them leaving, right? Space being cleared. This has come up recently a lot. It's interesting to me because it feels to me like all of last year was for that. So why are we still in this energy? Why are we still doing this? I've been frustrated myself a bit at times, kind of like, okay, Spirit, what's going on here? We've already done all this clearing out. Didn't we do that all of 2023? Why do we need to keep doing that? And yet here we are. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I think I'm getting a sense, though, that there's a larger picture here. this is more about bondedness to structures, things like government, things like political parties, things like particular leaders or particular personalities, in this cult of personality that we live in, um, that our loyalties don't need to be to those things, and need to be less to those things. So there's a tearing away, a breaking of bonds in this way, so that other bonds can come in and take the place of those things. So for those of you who are very political, what if instead of siding with a political party, you started siding with your closest neighbors and friends and family, and talking with them about what needs to happen in the world, and getting together with them and making things happen? And some of that could be political and voting, but maybe it's other things, you know? Maybe it's starting a community garden. Maybe it's cleaning up the neighborhood, you know, going around and cleaning up the sides of the road, like these things that need to be done, right? Make space for other things, you know, going to a body of water somewhere that somebody has realized is just covered with trash all over the place around it, and is cleaning it up. These things are important. These are important. Again, Mother Earth, this is like directly giving to Mother Earth things that she actually wants, things that she actually cares about, right? Like, yeah, you can make her breakfast in bed, but what she really wants is the dishes done, right? Just clean up after yourselves, guys. Okay, different direction with this rune. We have the winds. And very interesting then. Troubled waters came in with my Odin reading. There was moon energy, and it just, the energy of troubled waters came through. This is a sense of winds passing through, like moving from that Gemini energy to that Cancerian energy. So, yeah, it's an energy. It's an energy of settling, but we're not there yet. It's an energy of settling, but we're not there yet. And if I look, and you know, the path of the rebirth energy, right, is going to take us, you know, through the Cancerian energy. So there's the sense of self-protectiveness over what needs to be protected. It could be standing with people you need to stand with. Especially as we move into the Leo energy, we're talking about standing with the people that you need to stand with. And then there's a certain grounding that comes in with that, a certain sense of the rightness of it, and therefore this needs to stay, right? The Virgo energy of sort of attaching to the thing and grounding it in a way that's particularly about the right and the wrong of it. So let me try and pull these three together now. So again, we've got this feminine energy, receiving energy, but also giving, life-giving, birthing energy. An energy that's not stupid, that's ready to act now. And then we have this sense of clearing of bonds, the Aquarius energy, knowing what we need to do, moving back or moving into the Pisces energy of sort of fluidity and sitting in what we're sitting in. It's not an energy of escape, right? That's okay. That's what's coming through. No escape. We're here. We're committed. but there's fluidity within that, right? So yes, we're here, we're with Gaia. Things aren't good. We're ready to strike when needed. Loaded word just came out, wasn't me. We're ready to strike. We know what to do. We also feel where to be and how to be, and we're not leaving, right? We are part of this thing, not separate from it. It's all fluid. And then the Gemini energy of we're there's a balance here, a sort of a yin yang in the air realm of knowing, right? Multiple ways of knowing, and we're not tossing them out. We're not setting up dualities. We're seeing the differences between two things, right? And then we're realizing they're one thing, right? The Gemini energy, two things, but no, they're one thing. And then from there, we're I think we're pulling that in and protecting it and holding on to it, and then we're going out and we're using it we're doing that according to the winds, right? So what's happening in the world? What's blowing us? Which way is it blowing us? We're not resisting that. We're using that energy right now of what's going on in our lives, of what's going on in the world, and we're letting it blow our sails a bit, and it's moving us towards this Leo energy that's saying, hey, I'm the fucking lion here. I got the fire. And I'm ready. Hear me roar. And then that's moving us. We could think of all these energies moving, but I'm just particularly drawn to this sequence here. And it's so interesting because that's kind of in the opposite, right? What I'm getting is that's what's going to be happening in the dark, okay? As we move into the full moon, that's what's going to be happening in the dark. The full moon is going to be in Taurus, so let's check that real quick. We have so much in Taurus. I have to look. I don't know if Mercury will be in Taurus by the full moon. That is something to pay attention to. We've just come out of Aries season. We've got the sun here. Venus is just moving into Taurus. So we got Earth, energy there. We've got the solar energy, and then we have the fire of Jupiter here. The Sagittarian energy, I connect to Jupiter, especially for me personally. And we have the energy of dream. Uranus is here. And so that's, a lot going on here. We have expansiveness, double expansiveness, all the energy we need to fuel that expansiveness, a sense of rightness and wrongness and grounding things that's coming in behind all this energy. It's like we've been clearing things out, and all this other energy is starting to come in and sweep through. We have communication following along, not too far behind. Chiron has been in Aries, healing all of these energies as they come through. All these energies. Chiron has been sitting there doing its healing work. That's specifically in areas where Chiron is the wounded healer. So someplace where you feel like, ouch, with your life, in a big way, probably. Maybe your core wound, if you are aware of that. I don't necessarily recommend just going and digging up your core wound, but if you've done that work, it's good work to do if it needs to be done. And then we have this ability to dream here. It's out in front of this, and it's moved through Taurus. It's moving through Taurus, which is this grounding energy, this action energy, this let's do it, let's go there, let's be that, very physicalized energy. So there's a lot going on here, guys. I'm not an astrologist, at least trained, but these are the energies that are coming through. We also have Mars energy just today coming into Aries where it is strong. So we got hero energy coming into all this. It's all just pushing. It's almost like we got everything lined up, just pushing through the energies here. So I'm excited now. That revved me up. All right, so I'm going to be pulling just a couple of cards real quick, getting just a little more information about what do we need to be aware of, Spirit, with this bit of the moon cycle. What's the energy that we need to be in, that we need to be aware of, interacting with, and so on. This is... All right, let's get just first a general energy. But yeah, I'm getting just a lot right now, a lot of energy coming through right now. 6 of Wands and Ace of Wands. 7 if we put them together. There's 5 and 1 energy, 5 and Ace energy, if you will, there within the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands, in some sense, has the Ace of Wands. Yeah. There's really there's a sense of things coming together here is what I'm getting. Just a sense of things coming together, of disparate things coming together, disparate energies coming together. Literally could be us coming together if you're watching this, okay? That's what I'm getting. And this is all spirit. This is all of the fire above. This is... But notice the turbulent waters here. There's a sense of air, a sense of movement. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Ten of Pentacles wants to speak. Moth energy. Groundedness, but mystery. I saved a moth in my bathroom this morning. It was caught in there and it didn't want to trust me for the longest time. And slowly I got it to trust me enough to where it would sit on my hand and then let me put another hand over it and take it outside. This beautiful big old moth. Yeah, so a sense of protection here, but of knowing what to protect, right? What matters. Yeah. Oh, there's a cosmic sense coming through of riches at our disposal. Cosmic riches from times beyond time, times before Earth. Yeah. Okay. Supposed to keep going here. All right. All right, that's it. So much energy, guys. Okay, the Emperor. There's foresight here. Again, that groundedness. Okay, yeah, there's a sense of plans laid so long ago. Too long ago for human memory. There's a sense of wisdom beyond memory. There's a sense of ancient forethought. We are seen through time, through the ages. All times are one. From the Emperor's seat, all times are one. There's Odin energy here. We have the All-Father. We have sight, foresight, all coming through. On the bottom of the deck, oh, thank you, Spirit. Strength. We have everything we need. This comes straight from Lyra, guys. This comes straight from Lyra. Particularly Vega in Lyra, that once thrived with life. The forms of life that we know of started there, evolved there. And were transported here in various ways. Not all at once, not all together, not all in the same way. Don't listen to anyone who has conspiracy theories about exactly how life started on Earth and crap like that. Or scientists who think they know. Sorry, any scientists listening, but you don't know. Oh, jeez. Andaman is just talking right now, guys. There's strength here, and this is so ancient, and it's not going away. It's infinity. This is year 8. We are given the strength to do what needs to be done this year, and what we do will be enough. However it looks, what we do will be enough. There's contentment here in this strength. That's part of the strength itself, is not being tied to necessity, right? That's what the current world system is tied to, is a sense of necessity. I gotta do this. It's gotta be this way. We gotta do this. Well, we have to do that. And it's all bullshit. No. Calm. Strength is calm. Strength doesn't fly off the handle and drop bombs on children and women and... Dominus is so pissed. That's not how it's done. That's not strength. There's solar energy in this card. This is a lunar deck, but this is solar energy. Remember where the light of the moon comes from. Remember. Even in the dimmest of the moonlight, remember where that light came from. That's important. And in this context, we're not just talking about our sun. We're talking about the whole Lyran constellation sending us energy right now. It's there for the taking. It's there for the absorbing. It's coming in all the time. I mean, if you know how to find them, you can find those stars in the sky. That's real energy coming, okay? It gets here. It touches us. It has effect. Also, so much of our DNA, this is also DNA, comes right from Lyra. It comes right from Lyra. We are, most of us, in some ancient way, Lyrans. We just aren't awake to it. All right. That's it for now, I think. Much love and peace and light to you. If you've listened to this, then know that you are dear to me. Know that we're doing something together. We're building something together. Know that if you feel called to do more, to do something, even if it seems crazy, like setting up an altar and all this, know that it's not crazy. It's exactly what you need to do. You will feel more yourself than you've ever felt before. And so with that, have a good day. Talk to you soon.